Crack of Dawn. I'm Dawn Lombardi, hostess of the Crack of Dawn, and this is probably like our 40th episode. It's so fun. I'm having guests, and today my guest is Joseph Meusel.
Yes,
I think
pronounced that correctly.
music
Yes,
when I said it right.
Yep.
Joseph Meusel is my guest. He also does cameras down at Nutmeg TV, and he does lots of other stuff. So he's going to be painting with me today.
Yep.
What perked my interest in having Joe on was Joe and I love fairs. I love fairs.
Yes.
Yep. My favorite is probably the Woodstock Fair, and now it's fair season. What's your favorite fair?
What's my favorite fair? I like the Terryville Fair. I think it's grown over the years. It's gotten a lot better with the barn placement and everything. I wish they stuck the fireworks at about 9:30 instead of 10:30.
Oh yeah, because you got to stay.
You got to stay for the whole thing and then watch everybody try to wrestle
Get out at
of
the same time. Yeah.
So.
At the Terryville Fair. I haven't hit that one yet, but I do. I go with my friends Kristen and Bill. We take the kids, and the Woodstock Fair had an outdoor go-kart track, and that's probably a liability like everything else is in the world, so no more go-karts. So let me show you a couple of Joe's prize-winning pictures. It's amazing. It seems like most of the ones I'm looking at, the first place ones, this one's unbelievable. I don't know if you can focus in. I don't even think you have to. But this one was done at the Terryville.
But, that's the Bethlehem Fair. That's the violinist. That's a, I forgot what colonial war hero guy.
Okay.
At the Bethlehem Fair.
It's beautiful.
Yep.
And so he got first place for that.
At the Terryville Fair. That was taken at the Bethlehem Fair.
But it won the prize at the Terryville
Fair.
So that's great. So he enters his pictures in the fairs, and you know, who would have thought? And then you win first prize on a lot of them. He's got a lot of first place.
Yes.
Pictures here. So we'll look at a couple. If you can see, we've got Linus and Sally in the pumpkin patch behind us because my husband, his pumpkin's about 600 pounds now. And I bought him this, my daughter bought him the cardboard cutout and stuck it back in the pumpkin patch just for a joke, and it was pretty funny. This is one of my favorite pictures. I love when I go in the animal barns and the kids are all with their animals. And it's so funny because around here, all the kids have to like go to the horse stables, and a lot of them own horses, but you have to like rent a horse. And it's not the same. I grew up on a farm. I had this. Well, I didn't have a cow, but I would snuggle up with my goat when I showed him. It was so fun. So I love this one. Tell me about this one. Did you ask her if you could take her picture?
Yes, I did. I was roaming around the fair, as I always am at the Terryville Fair, just snapping pictures along, and they have a nice viewing spot for the cows and everybody. So she was laying on her cow was just rubbing up against her and being friendly. I'm like, can I take your picture? That's why she's kind of smiling there too.
It's so cute. Oh, I love it. And she's sort of like a ginger hair, and the cow kind of matches her. Oh, and they're both hugging each other. It's so cute. We'll look at a couple more, and then I'll show you what we're going to paint. And then at the end, we'll look at more of Joe's pictures. Tons of ribbons. This entire bag below me has like at least 20 ribbons. So he does a great job with the livestock. And I mean, what's your favorite thing to photograph?
I don't mind photographing cows. I love cows. Cow is my favorite animal.
It is?
Yeah. Let's see. At 5 or 6 years old at the Berlin Fair, I got to ride a cow.
Oh.
It stepped on my mother's foot and crushed, it hurt her foot. So
they let you go on the cow?
They let me go on the cow.
Funny. Oh my gosh. Well, they're pretty calm animals, I think.
Yeah, they do. They are.
That's a nice one. Again, another portrait with I think this was a first place too. I'm not sure.
That's second place.
Second place for this one. Again, another colonial wartime era kind of thing. What they do at the fairs. I love fairs. You get like, it's totally American. You go and you just feel like an American. Yeah. There's nothing. You don't feel like you're anywhere else. You just feel like I'm in America. This is awesome. This is so great. So I love fairs. Here's another one. I think it's Johnny Depp.
It could have been Johnny Depp. That's in New York.
He sneaks up and does crazy things.
He could have. That was about 6 years ago, though.
Yeah. A lot of celebrities, they'll like sneak into the hospital, like Gronkowski does it a lot, and he visits the kids and everything. Speaking of Gronkowski, when I watched the game on, Sunday, did they announce that he's coming back?
I don't know.
Because in the middle of the game, they were like, and Rob Gronkowski, and he ran out. And I was like, what?
Oh, they were honoring him for
Okay.
the Super Bowl and past.
People are saying that they think he could come back. Joe does a lot of sports.
Yeah,
Let's-
he could come back if
Yeah.
he wanted to.
Couple more. These are from Elizabeth Park, I would
Yeah,
imagine.
yes, it was. They are.
And these are the last I'll show you. And then we're going to show you the one that we're painting from. So again, I paint from a lot of photographs. Do I like it? No. I like painting live. Oh, and they don't come out perfect because
Well,
everybody is a cartoon, and
Cartoon, yeah.
it's like, you know, painting the moment in front of you. So it's sort of like my sketch that I did of the fruit bowl last time. It was horrendous. So let's get started.
Yeah.
We are going to paint this seagull. I liked it because, first of all, it's easy. Watch it not be easy. Ooh,
And Joe
it's
can't
easy.
paint too well.
Joe can't paint, so that's cool. When people are like, I can't paint, I'm like, I want you on the show if you can't paint. We're going to talk about you and what you do. So Joe's from Bristol. Did you go to Bristol Central?
I went to Bristol Eastern.
Bristol Eastern. Is that where Coachy went?
No, Coachy went to Bristol Central.
He did?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
So we're kind of rivals in that.
Yeah.
Yes.
While we're talking, we are going to get the paint. Let me show you. I've got cerulean blue, white, a little brown, because that seagull's kind of, you know, everybody thinks the white, beautiful seagull, but some of them are not white and they're not that beautiful when you get up close. And then I've got some kind of brown. It looks like a yellow ochre. Some yellow, we'll do his beak, and then the black is to make gray. So what we're going to start by doing is Joe and I are going to, and the water works to spread the paint, Joe.
Okay.
So we're going to talk and we're going to paint because that's what we do.
Yay.
And next week I have Maeve Arnold coming on and Abby Broker, woo, two kids who fought incredible fights and are still with us today, and amazing kids. So I like having kids on.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun. So we're going to start doing the cerulean blue. Now, at Bristol Eastern,
Yes.
what was your favorite subject?
Oh, I didn't stay at Bristol Eastern for too long. I went to Bristol Technical Educational Center for my senior and my
That's where I want my kid to go.
my junior and senior year. So I
Okay.
became a machinist.
You
From
did?
that. Yeah.
You're kidding. See, this is what I want my kids to go, but no. They tell them in school that they have to go to college. Well, maybe they don't. I just want them to
I
go
found
to trade
out
school.
my machining career. I don't mind machining, but it's not something I wanted to really do.
Do you wish that you took another offer that they had, maybe?
Well, I wish they actually did offer a little bit more communications courses.
Okay, that's like me.
It's just that I wanted, after a while, I wanted to go to ESPN. Always for
Always
the
on-
sports
yep.
and everything like that. I really wanted to be at ESPN, so
Yep.
one day I just like, I'm tired of machining. I got to do something with my life.
Okay.
So I started at Tungus Community College
Perfect.
for their communication program.
Okay, that's good.
And, you know, when I started, I started at the bottom. I started with, I had to get credit courses,
Yeah,
just to
everybody's
go in,
got to start at
everybody
the bottom and move their way up.
move their way up and
Yeah.
everything. So time I got finished with all my extra credit courses and I actually qualified
Yeah.
for the communication program at Tungus,
Yeah.
they actually canceled it.
Oh, great. It happens, though, you know?
It happens, but
So it's disappointing, yep.
it was very disappointing.
Yep.
But I found Manchester Community College,
Okay, that's a good one.
which gave me my associate's degree in
Okay.
communications.
That's great.
They signed me up. I met plenty of great teachers there and stuff like that. And then I went
Blue.
to Central Connecticut State University.
You
and
did?
got
You're
my-
kidding.
I
Oh, you really worked your way up. I mean, that's hard to do.
I've started at ground zero.
Especially, like you said, when something's dropped and you're disappointed. It's sometimes people just kind of crawl in a hole and they never come back out.
I was determined
like
not
that.
to even
Not do that.
take that road. I was just
for you.
determined to try to fulfill my dream to
Oh, I love it. So that school, you liked it there, Central?
Central, Blue Devils all the time. It was nice. Took about 6 years to complete,
Yeah, that's okay. It took me a while.
but I enjoyed it. They always bugging me to come back and get a master's degree.
Wow,
but
really? Wow.
Yeah, they're bugging me.
Oh, God. Well, you know, back then, like my husband worked for Sherwin-Williams for a long time, like 17 years, and they matched him like dollar for dollar stock. you know, and then they actually would have paid for his MBA, I think, maybe half of it. I don't know. That's not happening anymore, right?
Yeah, no
No
one's
free
paying for
stuff.
that. No free stuff.
No free stuff. That's what I heard. And I went to a college seminar last night with Joanne.
Yeah.
And we realized that there's all sorts of scholarships that we need to get on top of and ask our kids, apply for scholarships for different colleges. Because if you get one, like the leadership scholarship can be up to $30,000 they'll give you.
Yeah,
That's
there's
just
a lot
because
of
you make
programs
good
out
decisions.
there.
It's fantastic.
I applied for many scholarships and stuff. I did get some scholarship for my college degree,
Okay, that's good.
but
That's good.
still,
So where did you work as a machinist?
let's see. I started out at Dapco Industries in Bristol,
Okay.
on Emmett Street.
And what kind of stuff do you make?
Well, there we made a whole bunch of stuff for Davenports and Bridgeports. That was in their earlier days. But
What's a Davenport?
It's a screw machine. It's
Oh, it
a
is?
high production machine that produces smaller parts and
It
stuff.
does?
Yeah,
You're
it does.
kidding.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Do you get to work on different machines or is it the same monotonous thing every day?
Yeah, that's what other
Pretty
thing
much.
about machining. It's the same thing
Every day? They don't put you on like a new one. It's just the same
Oh,
thing.
You can go on the new ones, but
It's like Lucy, Ricardo, and Ethel on the making the candies or whatever the heck they were doing. Remember on that?
yeah.
It's hilarious. Oh my God. There's no good shows like that anymore on. So we're just finishing up the blue. Go slow. You know, when you draw your bird, I drew my bird first.
Yeah, she
And it
drew the
really-
bird for me for.
Yeah, and I drew Rose bird quick. Why not? The thing is like, it's just a, you know, like a, kind of looks like a Led Zeppelin. You know, those, what are they called? Blimps or whatever they are in the air. And then it's built, the bird is, the airplane's designed after the bird, so it sort of looks like an airplane. But they're not so hard.
No.
I realize now there's a lot of problems with the airplane. Did you see the pony that got on the airplane?
No, I never saw it.
A girl brought a pony on the airplane. My dad said it's because when you get a pet therapy pet, a dog doesn't last as long, you know? Like I had a horse, Joe, that lived to be 32 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a.
It's not a turtle, but you know what I mean? It's still, it's still long. So when you have a pet, it's a lifelong pet and you need something to be with you. You want something long. So apparently that was why the pony.
Yeah.
So let's see, what else can we ask? Oh, how many brothers and sisters do you have?
I have one sister.
You do?
Yep.
And where does she live?
She lives in Bristol.
She does?
Lives about a mile and a half down the street from me.
Do you see her a lot?
Yes, I do.
You do?
She has 2 kids, my nieces.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, that's so fun. How old are they?
One's gonna be about 5.
Oh, they're
and-
little. Oh, God, that's so
and
fun.
one's 13.
Really? Oh, that's a good spacing. That's smart.
Yep.
It could drive you crazy when they're right on top of each other, you know? Mine are 3 years apart, so it's
Well,
perfect.
they drive her crazy.
They do?
anyway, so
Oh, my
yeah.
God, it's so
It's
funny.
It's fun.
It is fun, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's fun to be an uncle.
I think it's great.
Yep.
And then mom and dad, are they around?
Yeah, the mom and dad are around. Yep.
And they live in Bristol, too?
Yep. They live in Bristol too.
Do they have dinner at their house and you go over all the time or not really?
Pretty much, yeah.
Really? I love that. Yeah, my mom doesn't like to cook. My mom and dad, Joe, well, they're McDonald's people. They love it. They go through the drive-through all the time. They
Yeah.
love it. Yes.
Really?
And then my mom doesn't really like to cook. So like on a Saturday night, it could be my mom and dad eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. That's their dinner. They don't care. They're old school. Everybody needs to like cook it up, saute, this and that, watch the cooking show. My parents, no. They don't do that. And you know, I got some we got some food in here tonight. We got some, was it any good? Did you like it? I won't
Yes,
mention
the
where I
chicken
got the
figures
Chinese.
were really good.
I'll have to tell them.
Yep.
I went to a Chinese place in Plainville. I won't say which one because I don't think I'm allowed to do that. But, well, I'm not allowed to do it if it was bad, you know.
Yeah.
But he said it was good, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
So maybe I can say it, who knows. So I'm almost done with my bird. Now, this part's easy. Now, if you wanted to make a lighter sky, what do you think you add to the blue?
White.
Yeah, that's what I say at Jamoki all the time.
If you want to add some clouds, I can put
If
some
you want to
clouds.
put clouds in, feel free. Do you have all your blue done?
Yes,
You
I
really
actually do. Yeah.
Okay, let's
well,
see.
I had the
Mine's-
whiter brush.
Okay,
His, than that.
So here's mine. You can see mine. Oh, you're on his camera too.
Yeah.
So we can see his. We can see mine. It's perfect.
Perfect.
Now what we're going to do is, Joe, you want to clean off your brush all the way because we're really not going near the blue anymore. And if you were doing watercolor and you touched the white that we're using next on the blue, it all goes together. So it's kind of annoying, the watercolor, but hold on that, because watercolor can be a lot of fun. So we're gonna clean our brush, and we are gonna do the outside of the bird's wings, okay?
Oh, okay.
So we're gonna do
that's
brown mixed with black, and I'll show you exactly what color I'm gonna mix. Mix the brown with black.
Brown with black.
You
Yeah.
can look right at that. It's brown mixed with black, and it's kind of going around his, people think the seagulls are white, but
Yeah.
Do you like when people feed the seagulls next to you at the beach?
Well, that was at the beach. That was at Hubbard Park in Meriden.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
So that's where that bird came from. And they do love feeding their birds in Meriden. They bring like 5 loaves of,
So see, you're gonna go around.
yeah.
Yeah, you're just gonna go around the
Yeah,
outside
they
of
bring
it.
like 5 loaves of bread for the birds, and they just, they just feed them.
Yeah, we like to feed
Or
the
they
ducks.
overfeed them.
I know. And then there's Rockwell Park, is it called, in Bristol?
Rockwell Park?
Rockwell Park. That's a beautiful park. Do you spend a lot of time there?
Yes, I do. That's mostly in the wintertime. Or the fall time, I take pictures of the squirrels that live around there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do squirrel pictures.
And then in the winter, do you get out the camera and do pictures?
Well, there's not too much
Not as much,
around.
okay.
Not as much.
Not as much. Okay,
Not as much.
that's good. When did you graduate from Bristol Eastern?
That was in '99.
90? Oh my God, I got married then. So, did you have a favorite teacher? Yeah.
Well, I liked Mr. Russell from the technical education.
He was
center.
great.
Yeah, he was great. He was awesome.
That's nice.
He was
It's always-
Mr. Russell.
Mr. Russell. I wonder if he's still there. Do you think?
I hope so. I haven't even stopped in or anything, or
Coachy does a lot with them still, right? All the teachers and stuff, or just the coaches? Maybe?
well, he does a lot with Bristol Eastern. They let him hang around for a while.
Oh, so he does Bristol Eastern and stuff at Bristol Central, yeah?
No, he does Bristol Central. Sometimes he does a little bit of Bristol Eastern, but
Then you can make some lines like where his wings would be,
yeah.
like that. We're gonna lighten it up though later. We're gonna lighten it up. And I don't hear the rain yet, but I heard it was gonna rain today. I'm not sure. We had a tornado touchdown in Coventry. Did you see
Really?
that? Yeah. Yeah. And then, what's the next fair coming up? We were saying the Big E. And it's so funny because our boss is Brian Biggie. And he said that the mascot's name's Biggie, right,
Biggie,
Mr.
yep,
Biggie?
Biggie. He
He's
wants
like, I
money
need to
for
get
that."
some money for that, yeah. And I heard LeBron James is now going to patent Taco Tuesday. I don't know about that. Oh, and then I was telling Joe, I went to the Yankees-Red Sox game on Saturday. Woo! It was like watching paint dry. It was probably the worst, well, it couldn't have been the worst baseball game I've ever been to because I was sitting next to my dad and my daughter. But it was like watching paint dry. They could not, the Red Sox couldn't get on base. And Aaron Judge couldn't hit it. So it was like, oh my gosh, it was so boring. But they did honor the, you know how they have the Jimmy Fund
Yep.
for the kids. So the kids with cancer, that survivors and fighters go on the field and they make a big thing. My daughter got to go on because her friend, my son got to go on because her friend is a survivor who's going to be next week, the next episode. We're going to have Abby Broker, fantastic, and Maeve Arnold. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
Does your daughter, your sister paint with her kids? A lot of art supplies around the house?
My niece is a pretty good drawer. She's actually a very talented young lady, so.
Oh, she's good, huh?
Yeah, she's good.
That's good. Now, what I'm doing, Joe, is I am mixing the white and the black and the brown, and I'm getting this kind of brownish tan looking thing. And the seagulls, you think they're white, but in this one, he's not really white.
No, he
So
wasn't.
this is kind of going to be the inside of him. And it's going to look great. Then when we add the white, see?
What? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And that's good. How many people graduated in your graduating class at Bristol?
Bristol Eastern? Well, a lot of people.
Really?
I
It's a big
think
school?
I think it was close to, is it like 400?
Wow, that's a
500?
lot. And then any sports stars? Like I know that Aaron Hernandez went to Central.
Central.
Yeah.
Yeah, went to
Any
Central.
football guys from your school that went on?
Well, As I said, I went to technical school.
Right,
So
after, okay, so you don't know.
I had to go back. My mom wanted me to go to Eastern and graduate from the school that I only spent 2 years with.
She wanted you to, yeah?
Yeah, she wanted me to.
That's okay.
So I had to sit through that ceremony.
Oh, you did? Oh,
Yeah.
God.
It was not. Because I never went there. You know, I went to the technical school. I just
Yeah.
didn't have any connection to it.
Right, okay, I know. It's,
You know?
it's friends are important and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, what's your favorite, I know you love sports, what's your favorite sport to go to and watch? Hockey?
Baseball.
Baseball, really?
Baseball.
That's great. And your favorite team is obviously the Yankees? 'Cause
Obviously.
You got it on.
Yeah.
I knew a couple, I only knew the Aaron Judge guy because I couldn't believe he didn't hit it. I don't know who your pitcher was. Maybe it was like a Puerto Rican name or a Dominican name.
The German guy
Nah, it was definitely like a Garcia
or the Big Eight,
kinda.
Maple?
That's him?
Maybe
Maybe it was the Red Sox pitcher. I don't even know.
I think it was the rest.
It probably was. So again, the inside of my bird
Yours is way better.
is sort of brown. Yeah, well, mine should be way better. But you know what? That last episode, Joe, when I was painting that
Yeah.
fruit, that was terrible. Oh, awful. So we're just going to go in. If you want some of my color, here, hand me your dish. and
Oh,
I'll give
no,
you some.
I'm
Oh, you
good.
got it?
I'm
Okay.
good.
It's just like a brown beigey color. And then when we put in the white, the whole bird is going to, oh, that's good. Yes.
Not too bad.
Yes.
It's not great.
No, you get good. Plus, I was at Jamoki today, and a kid named, oh gosh, Chasen, I think his name was. Well, I walked by him and I was like, whoa, he is a natural. I told him it's hard to be an artist when he gets older, so I don't know if he's gonna do it, but he's really good. Then I told him he has a benefit because he's a guy.
Yep.
You know what I mean? All these women walking around, me too, me too. It's like, just go with it. Who cares? Figure it out. Because it's just the way it is. So he has an advantage over me because he's a guy, and he was really good. But maybe that will turn, and the ladies will get the credit they deserve. But I don't know. My dad, you know what he was telling my daughter, Joe?
What?
My daughter is great at sports. She's like a total athlete. My dad goes, Nettie, in women's sports, you'll never make money unless you only play one of these two sports. What do you think he said? He said, you never make money as a girl. Maybe you'll get a free education. Maybe you'll go to UConn for free, which is
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
But what
all
two
about that.
sports do you think my dad said that you
Softball and
close? but no.
lacrosse.
No, think of the Venus and Serena. Ooh.
Oh, tennis.
Tennis
Tennis, you
and
can make
golf.
a lot of money.
Yes, that's what he said.
Golf, you can make a
Golf and tennis are the only two sports that the women can make the money. But I've heard the beach volleyball, that was huge.
Yeah.
Beach volleyball was great. Now we're going to go in with the white Joe, and we're just going to put it on his head here.
Oh,
Yeah, because his head is going to be kind of white.
I kind of blackened that in.
Oh, that's fine
I
too.
got a different one.
Yeah, that's like Linda's. I mean, you just do it yourself. This is for stress. Painting is totally for stress. It's so great.
Yes.
Even my little kids at school, they just totally calm down when I give them the paint. They love it. And kids love paint. So we'll just put in some of his wings here. It's going to be a quick one. I love it. We have like 2 minutes left. It goes by so fast.
Yeah, it does.
Uh-huh. And thank you for tuning in. We're so happy that Joe could come on. He really
Yep.
does a lot down here. You know how to use all the directing,
Yep.
everything. So how long did it take to really master the camera?
It's just time and getting onto it all the time and, just keeping up with it. That's
Yeah,
all.
yeah. And how many camera guys do we have here at Nutmeg? Do we have a lot of people that volunteer?
Not too many.
You do a lot of shows.
Yeah, I do a lot of shows at nighttime, yeah.
You do the sports one. What's it called again?
All Sports with Joe and George.
Joe and George. I know that one.
Yep.
He owns the Subway. No, he works at the Subway in
Oh,
Unionville.
Yeah, he's a manager.
He is? Oh, God, that's a great Subway. And that's a hard job. I used to work there. Like, I just got Subway from Partyanka. She works, her son goes to school with my son,